The next one we're going to talk about is APA, means American Psychological Association, and this is the one that students freak out about the most. It's the one that they're being asked to very often write in right off the bat once they get to college. They're lucky if they've even heard of it before. A lot have not. Some have heard of it in this vague, distant way, but mostly they've been writing in MLA up to this point, right? So this is the style that you're going to be using in a lot of the social sciences. And it's also kind of a catch-all, especially at NEC, if a certain class doesn't fit neatly into one of the categories. A lot of times instructors will say, please put it in APA. But some examples of courses you're going to see APA in a lot are psychology, sociology, education, criminal justice, and economics. All right, so APA is not that terrifying. Once you've done it a couple times, I'll take you through and spend a little bit more time with it. So the big difference between APA and MLA is that APA uses a cover page, and it's a separate page with all of the author's information on it instead of having a heading like you do in MLA. So the first thing about a cover page is it has the title in bold, everything is centered, the title is in bold, and then you have the student's name or names if there's more than one author, there it is, the department name, the college name, the course number and the course name, the professor's name, and then the date. And that's all a cover page really is. The only big difference is that it's on its own separate page instead of, a heading, but that throws people off a lot. A lot of higher level courses I want to show you have an abstract, and this is going to be for higher level stuff again. If you're an intro level class, please don't freak out that you have to have an abstract. I don't think I've ever come across a teacher at NEC for an intro course being like, you have to have an abstract for your 2-page, little essay. But an abstract is on its own page again, and it's just a couple hundred words. That's pretty much a summary of what the paper is going to be. Your professors will give you a much more in-depth talk about what an abstract needs to have in it as you go on through your APA classes, especially in psychology and education. All right, but if you are panicking and don't know if you need an abstract or not, just ask. Your teacher will be happy to tell you, yes, you do, or no, you do not. All right, and I'm going to take you to the reference page. So this is what the bibliography is called in APA. It's called references. And it's also in alphabetical order, just like in MLA. There's just a couple of differences in how it is shown. Instead of having the author's full name, you'll have the last name and then the initials, followed by the date, and then the title, and all of that other good stuff that you would see in MLA as well. Another difference is the in-text citation. So the author's last name, and then a comma, and then the date, and then a page number, again, if page numbers are applicable. But MLA usually doesn't use dates for in-text citations. So that's a big difference that I want to point out as well. But ultimately, they look pretty similar. There's just a couple of small differences to be aware of if you are used to MLA and are moving into APA. So I'm just going to take you to a quick sample paper. So you can see you have the title page all separate, all of the information there. And then they have an abstract, they have keywords, and then they use headings instead of just diving right into the paper, which is something that is not often encountered in entry-level MLA stuff. So those are just things to be aware of. Again, don't panic. A lot of entry-level courses that use APA don't require this full abstract and keywords and all of that. It's just something to be aware of as you get into more advanced classes.